Are you afraid of being disliked or disagreeing with people? It's actually pretty normal because we came from these ancestors who were in these tribes of about 100, 150 people who would get kicked out of the tribe if they disagreed with or spoke out against the tribal leader. And this passed down from generation. Those guys would die off, whatever. Maybe they were talking trash about the tribe leader's wife or something, whatever it might be. And then essentially the people who didn't speak out against the tribe leader would pass down their DNA through generations. And now we have today's society of a bunch of people that don't like to challenge other people's ideas because of fear of being outcasted or ostracized from a big group setting. That's why public speaking is a fear of many people, because they don't like the idea of being uncomfortable with challenging mass opinions or some sort of ideology that most people, maybe their friends, loved ones might share. Don't want to put themselves out there and seem different, but it's through the difference that we actually grow as people. Now, there are ways to do this rationally and irrationally. Nowadays, we see a lot more irrational behavior and a lot of people that will either just take it one way of the spectrum, or they'll just go and completely challenge somebody's ideologies in a completely irrational way. And then there's people that just stay quiet, stay mute. They let other people boss them around, push them around, tell them what to do. They don't question their reality or question why they should be doing what they're doing. Kind of like an NPC in a video game. He just does what you tell him to do, or has this certain set dialogue. He doesn't actually have any critical thinking. In Tim Ferriss's book, 4-Hour Workweek, he explained that fear is an actual acronym for false evidence appearing real, which basically means that fear is a choice, but danger is real. So many people, they think that, oh, I'm afraid of public speaking, which for the same reasons is that they don't want to be seen as an outcast. They don't want to be seen as disliked by people. But, these people, at the end of the day, they just need to increase their egos. And I'll explain. There's a healthy way to increase your ego. It's through self-love, and self-love is earned through self-respect. To have self-respect in yourself, you build a healthy ego by daily actions, such as going to the gym or working on yourself in whatever career that you're interested in. You could just be doing something that is fulfilling for yourself, which I had another video that I talked about fulfillment. Essentially, you're doing something or many things that you know that you're very proud of. And because of this, you build up this high self-esteem within yourself, or this high sort of healthy ego. Because there's unhealthy ego, which is more based off of like an irrational mindset, somebody who just kind of has this delusional sort of thinking that I'm going to do this and I have no plan of doing it, but I'm going to do it. They have no actual pragmatic solution. Somebody, on the other hand, who has a healthy ego is very rational. They know how to get to where they're going, and they're somebody who is willing to challenge the ideas of others. See, when you're not afraid of being disliked or disagreed with, you're going to challenge somebody respectfully, of course, on whatever opinion they might have. See, it's good that we all don't think the same, right? Because even if you're somebody who's more reserved and shy, you still have your own opinions. But for some reason, you're not voicing your opinions because you might lack self-respect. But honestly, you're better off always challenging any idea that you don't agree with, respectfully, politely. And when you always challenge people's opinions, there's two outcomes. You have either you reinforce your beliefs, let's say you win the debate, and you have further insight on why you actually believe what you believe, or why you think you know what you know. And because of that, you've already further reinforced your ideology that you currently had, and you are more solidified, more confident in what you already believe in. Option 2, they give you really good reasoning as to why they're actually right. And this is the part where you become open-minded enough and rational enough to understand that, oh wow, I was wrong right there. But it's good that you know now, because better to be right than wrong. So that's why you have to challenge yourself with these opinions. You have to challenge your friends' opinions, co-workers' opinions, whatever it might be. Just do it in a respectful manner. That's all you have to do. But it's through actually standing up for yourself and just deciding not to go with the flow, because people just automatically blindly agree with something that somebody told them. Oh, I read this on a newspaper, I saw this on TikTok. And these people just see whatever information they find online, and they're just like, okay, I believe this now. It's like, why do you believe this? So don't be afraid to challenge other people's opinions, because it's not about being liked or disliked. It's about if you have the self-respect to actually challenge other people's opinions. And you can grow, they can grow, both of you can grow just by challenging other people's opinions. Be mindful of the advice of other people that are trying to insist that they want to give you advice on something. If somebody says, oh, can I give you some advice? Or let me give you some advice. Many times they're trying to assert some sort of power over you by saying, let me give you some advice. They want you to do this certain thing without you actually challenging them, because they're insisting that you just take their advice. So if this is a place of love, you have to judge what their intentions are. You have to see if they're actually pure. If you think that this person is actually giving you genuine advice, then that's another story. Especially if you ask for it, that's completely different. But if you didn't even ask for this advice and somebody just says, let me give you some advice, I would be very mindful of where that advice is coming from and what that person's intentions actually are. Appreciate you guys for listening. If you learned something new, like the video, and remember, put the work in because it's just the beginning. I'll see you in the next.